Hey, what's up, Andy's leaders and all listeners? This is Travis. I am so thankful you are here. Welcome to the Custard Campus Podcast, the show where leadership, growth, and world-famous frozen custard come together. In today's episode, we're diving into a reset meeting. It's a special team meeting to relaunch expectations, energize your crew, share the vision, and gain everyone's buy-in. Nice to do at the start of the year, or you could do it really anytime, and ties into the last few episodes all around setting goals with our teams. Now it's time to bring those goals to the whole team in a way that lights a fire of enthusiasm and clarity. First, though, shout out. This shout out goes out to Monica in the Chicago market. She's the FTM, the Field Training Manager, for those who don't know what an FTM stands for. The communication for that market is on point. From fun contests to updates, she does a great job keeping everyone up to date on what's going on. Fantastic job, Monica. All right. What is the first thing we all do when our computer, phone, or pretty much any electronic device isn't acting right? Well, I always hit that reset button. And you know what? Most of the time, it works. It's like magic. Well, why are we talking about reset today? Think of it as hitting the refresh button on your team's focus. It's a chance to align everyone on the why and what of the year's objectives, and to do it in a motivating way. And this can be done at any time you think it needs to be done. Great organizations use these kinds of alignment moments to supercharge execution. In fact, research shows that when team members' goals are aligned with company goals, performance can increase up to 22%. That is huge. And it makes sense. When everyone is rowing in the same direction, we move faster and with more power. That's awesome. All right. But a reset meeting isn't just about business metrics. It's about human motivation. According to Gallup's latest workplace report, did you know only 46% of employees strongly agree that they know what's expected of them? Imagine that. More than half of people feel unclear about their expectations when they go to work. No wonder productivity suffers when direction is fuzzy. As leaders, we have a golden opportunity to crystallize those expectations and inspire our teams with clear vision. Done right, a reset meeting boosts engagement, which in turn boosts everything else. Gallup finds that engaged teams have significantly better outcomes. They experience 24% to 59% less turnover. Oh my gosh, let's go. In short, an hour spent on alignment can pay off all year in stronger performance and lower crew turnover. Seriously, I want this. So how do we actually run an amazing reset meeting? In this episode, we're going to cover the framework and best practices that high-performing organizations use to align their people and how you can apply them in your store. We're going to share quick stories from Starbucks, Ritz-Carlton, Chick-fil-A, Google, and of course, Andy's. Companies that know a thing or two about rallying teams around a common mission. By the end, you'll have actionable guidance on structuring your own reset meeting, the tone to set, the topics to cover, the creative techniques to get buy-in. Grab a cup of coffee or, like me, frozen custard, and let's get started. But first, today's sponsor, brought to you by Custard Rally, the update that keeps on giving. All right, the latest update from the Custard Rally is we learned a lot about machines and to never move them. If they need cleaned underneath, then be careful, and it might take some hand scrubbing. Also, use those QR codes for loyalty enrollment. Do not use gift cards. And we should all be jumping on Custer Campus to review the winter rollout. Man, there are some great treats on the way. I'm excited about that. And last but not least, the GM mindset was on point. Let's build relationships. It all starts with our people. Back to the episode. Let's set the scene with some stories. Picture this. It's the first week of January at our Andy's store. The holiday rush has passed. The New Year's confetti has been swept up, and you've got a fresh set of ambitious goals you and your leadership team have created. Your crew gathers around, still shaking off that winter chill. You need them energized and focused on a new vision. How do you spark that energy? Enter the reset meeting. Your chance to turn the page and start the year with purpose. All right, you might be thinking, does this really make a difference? Absolutely. Some of the world's best known companies swear by alignment meetings or reset moments to keep their teams focused and fired up. Let's look at a few examples. In 2008, I remember this day, Starbucks founder Howard Schultz was so determined to reset his company's standards that he made a bold move. He shut down every single U.S. Starbucks store for 3 hours for a nationwide training session. Yes, every single store went dark for an evening so that 135,000 baristas could connect and deepen their passion for coffee and relearn the art of making the perfect espresso. Schultz felt that the company had lost its romance and soul in the race for growth. That emergency all-hands-on training was a dynamic reset to revive Starbucks' focus on quality and customer experience. It cost Starbucks an estimated $6 million in lost sales that day, but it sent a powerful message to employees and customers. We're committed to excellence starting now. In a letter to staff, Schultz said that the goal was transforming the customer experience by reigniting employees' passion. This move was unprecedented, and it worked. It helped restore Starbucks' reputation for handcrafted quality at a time when it was faltering. The story shows that sometimes a well-timed reset, even a radical one, can set the stage for a turnaround. Now, I don't think we need to close our business for an afternoon. What about a quick huddle every day? Ooh, kind of sounds familiar. All right. Ritz-Carlton, famous for its legendary customer service, attributes much of its success to daily lineup meetings. Every single day at every Ritz-Carlton hotel, at the beginning of every shift, 40,000 employees around the world meet for a 15-minute lineup. In these brief meetings, managers reinforce what's new and a featured topic or core value of the day. On Mondays and Fridays, they even share wow stories, real examples of employees going above and beyond to delight guests. It's a ritual that keeps everyone aligned and inspired. The impact? Ritz-Carlton has an average employee turnover rate of just 20% in an industry where 80% is the norm. Let that sink in. They retain far more of their staff. And a lot of that comes back to culture, says Valory Bolland, their corporate director of culture. The daily lineup is the heartbeat of that culture, a mini reset every morning that keeps their team's purpose front and center. If a hotel chain can do this 365 days a year, imagine the power that we have. One more example. Chick-fil-A is renowned, not just for chicken sandwiches, but for its strong service culture. The kind where employees earnestly say, "My pleasure," and go the extra mile for customers. I love that they don't charge for sauces, right? Like every other chicken place. Here we go. This didn't happen by accident. It's driven by leaders constantly aligning their teams with companies' values. They emphasize principles like second mile service, going beyond the first mile basic in teams meeting and trainings. And the results speak for themselves. Chick-fil-A operators have a less than 5% annual turnover. It's kind of like their GMs, right? Versus a 35% average. And even frontline team members, usually around 125% in fast food, is less than half of that. They've also had over 50 years of nearly continuous 10% plus annual sales growth. Wow. One key to that success is regular realigning everyone with the mission. As a former Chick-fil-A executive, Deanne Turner puts it, culture is the soul of an organization. They keep that soul alive by constantly resetting their focus on people. For example, top leaders at Chick-fil-A make it a point to highlight the company's purpose and recognize employees' contributions in every gathering, by ensuring that every team member from the high school cashier to the GM understands why they do what they do, to treat every guest with honor, dignity, and respect. Chick-fil-A turns alignment into amazing customer experiences and loyalty. All right, got to bring Andy's in. My experience at Andy's was we did a monthly offsite meeting, and it was awesome. We would enjoy some breakfast and just do a reset. This time allowed us to be aligned on our goals, which we took into our weekly announcements, one-on-ones, and go meetings. Just like these other companies, I saw low turnover rates, higher productivity, and many years of double-digit sales growth. And it wasn't just a one-off. I saw this in my career at many different locations, and I still do. These stories from coffee to custard all highlight one thing. Great leaders create moments of alignment. Whether it's a one-time dynamic reset like Starbucks did, a daily drumbeat like Ritz-Carlton, or a monthly tradition like at Andy's, high-performing organizations actively use meetings and rituals to relaunch and re-energize their teams around what matters most. Now, let's translate these lessons into our world at Andy's and map out how you can run an effective reset meeting with your team.
All right, producer pop in, Juniper here. If that ending felt like a cliffhanger, you're not wrong. Travis went deep on this topic. And once he got momentum, there was no way it was staying as a single episode. So we turned it into a mini-series. Here's the good news. Travis and I decided to release all of it at once. No drip, no waiting. Just hit next if you're on a roll. We did try to keep each episode in that 10 to 15 minute window because that's how most of you like to listen. Quick, useful, and easy to save for later. And since this is our last drop of the year, you can pace these out over the break while Travis recharges and builds the next season. Thanks for being here. Send Travis your feedback when you can. It helps us shape what comes next.